the classic rookie-veteran matchup on the front row. Sawalich inside of Austin Hill. A driver going for his first career victory next to a driver that's won here 3 times in 2025. Green flag is out. We're racing in Music City.
Really solid start for William Sawalich here. Just don't underdrive or overdrive turn 1. It's easy to do. Sticks to the bottom really well. No fight from Austin Hill on the outside.
Green and white 41. Sam Mayer getting with it inside row 2. A little bit of a dance there. Hill clear for second. Allgaier coming in that outside lane in the 7.
Justin Allgaier making the outside work well in 3 and 4, but Sam Mayer might be able to get to his left rear. He doesn't. Justin's going to clear him. That's key to be able to focus on the front 2.
3 wide. The 2 is Jesse Love. The 8 is Sammy Smith. And sandwiched in between the fluorescent 20 of Brandon Jones.
You want to move by Jesse Love. You want to get these passes done quick because you've talked about this, Austin. You can get stuck side by side here if you are not decisive with making a pass quickly.
This track really does have that short track feel when you can't get a pass done. It's really easy to be impatient as you see a battle for second here with Allgaier and Hill.
2 drivers that have combined this year to win 5 of our first 13 races. And you could chalk up 3 or 4 more if not for late race issues from time to time for Allgaier, including last week. Can't complete the pass here.
Just a quick handling update on the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Came on the radio a bit ago and said, I'm too tight in the center, but think that might be dirty air. So you've seen him start to move around, try and do some self-medicating, and he's reeled the 21 back in. Thinks that just speaks to the confidence that he has in his race car. And we know he's really good here and certainly challenging now for that second spot once again.
And Austin Hill started on the front row, as we know, and it's sort of fallen back a little bit here. Last week at Charlotte, similar situation, qualified really well, but took a hard push to the back early on. He said, you know, we were just way off after the cup rubber had been laid down. It's kind of thrown this team for a loop at times. They haven't been able to figure out how the tracks are changing when you guys in the Cup Series go out there and lay all that rubber down. That's a little bit different than these tires. He's the highest of anyone on the racetrack right now. We know he wants to do that, but we got a
big
wreck.
Spin. 4 is Parker Retzloff, 28 Kyle Sieg. First caution of the night, comes out inside of 10 laps to go. Actually right at 10 laps to go. It absolutely is one end or the other with them.
There's no in between.
And sometimes it's a crash, sometimes it's a mechanical.
Yep.
But when they keep everything between the lines, they are players. Here's what happened.
Kyle Sieg's on the inside here. Is he going to get loose? Yep. That's Nashville.
Yeah, it's just classic racing these cars, right? I mean, they're both close to each other's doors and old tires right at the end of the stint. And, yeah, it's a tough break, especially for Parker there and getting his car torn up. Doesn't look like Kyle got too much damage at all.
But pit road is open, and there's probably going to be 2 sides to this story as well. Do you pit here and flip the stage? Do you stay out and get stage points? A whole bunch of them up front say, we're going to make a pit stop. Progressive pit road is open, Kim.
Including Ross Chastain there at the top in the 9 car. Crew chief Corey Shea told me this was in their playbook. Flip the stages. Points don't matter for them. Plus tire fall off. Not huge here. Ross was complaining very tight. They will free him up. It looks a little slow there on the right side as you go. William Sawalich second from the top. Points don't really matter for them because they're buried so deep. They're just going for the win here. He said he was searching for a little more in turns 1 and 2, Dylan.
Austin Hill, third from the bottom there, said he was building tight across the middle of the corner to make a chassis adjustment. Chassis adjustment as well for the 7 of Justin Allgaier, who said he was too tight at the max compression point in the center of the corner. So some detailed feedback there on the 7.
Progressive race off pit road. Austin Hill +2. Sawalich, Allgaier each lose 1. Great stop for Creed. Front row, Dye and Jones. Here they come, ending stage 1 into the Echo Park Automotive restart zone. Echo Park Automotive, where car buying is easier, better, and happier.
Pretty even restart for the front rows there as Daniel Dye spun his tires a bit, but that distance is going to pay off.
Oh, he didn't. He got real tight down in the corner there. Jeremy Clements is going to take the lead. It's all about cleaning those tires off. I didn't know if he did a good enough job doing that.
Austin Hill powered up on the outside. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier taking advantage on the bottom. First car on new tires there to get through the mess.
Matt DiBenedetto did a great job in the 99.
So these guys on these old tires have got to hang on. They made this whole gamble, lose all their track to just the points. You see a Chastain all the way up the racetrack.
Doesn't seem to have the run that Justin Allgaier had earlier.
So with these older tire cars are hanging on really well.
Yes.
For you know, the strength of cars they got behind them. With Austin Hill, I think this is going to be a huge payout as we get one lap to go on the stage.
It's big for Clements. You know, he's been great. Matt DiBenedetto. And the 10 of Daniel Dye, who came in just below the cut line, had a DNF last week, needs something good to happen. You roll the dice to get some points. Caution is out, and it's for Corey Day in the 17. That ends the stage.
Got a donut there on the right side door. No damage, so put some tires on, I guess. Tough part is we don't have a ton of tires, do we?
That's right.
Do not. Nope.
Allgaier wins the stage in front of Clements and DiBenedetto. What a great job by the 51 and 99 on those old tires. Austin Hill fourth. Here's the field. Echo Park restart zone. Allgaier up there with Hill on the front row.
Really good jump from Austin Hill there to give himself a shot here into turn one.
Great restart by him. He's going to be able to try and get down to the... Oh, he's not able to stay there beside Justin Allgaier. Justin vaults to the lead. Usually one of the first cars to hit the wall is Sam Mayer. Somehow he makes it work. He squeezes Sammy Smith right there down into 3. He's kind of on tilt right now.
How about Josh Williams?
Yeah, I was just saying that.
Top 10 run.
During the break, and he was top 10 last week. In fact, he's been top 10 2 of the last 4 weeks. Colleague's got a great history here. 11, 2 for 1. He gets the 8 of Smith. He gets the 41 of Mayer. Celebrate Josh Williams.
Great move. This is exactly what we want to see out of Josh Williams. You know, had a tougher start to the season with that illness, but a better start than he had last season. This is when he needs to start putting that car in the top 10 more often, clicking off top 10s, and he's doing that right now.
For the 41 of Mayer, Parker, you and I were in the hauler earlier today, and what did he tell us? We need 90% type of days. They've just had one top 10 in the last 6 races, and Sam felt like in order to kind of get back to what they needed, just needed to settle in as we got a caution on the racetrack.
31 is Blaine Perkins going for a ride. 3rd caution of the night as he hits the grass here in the ball field.
He's deep in the infield here.
The Echo Park Automotive restart zone awaits Allgaier and Hill as we resume action stage 2.
Justin got a pretty good jump there. See, Carson Kvapil got to the back bumper of Austin Hill, gave him a bit of a push. Can he stay beside Justin? Not
we were going to get 3 wide for 3rd. Creed down low for 2nd.
Oh, Sammy Smith went way up the racetrack across 3 lanes.
Old teammates racing for the runner-up spot. 0-0 Sheldon Creed.
Yeah.
Look behind him. 4 wide at Nashville. Are you kidding me? 54 rookie driver Taylor Gray comes through.
That wasn't going to work. I like the bump draft here from Chastain into the back of Sammy Smith. Now to the inside, side draft into 1.
I would say he's helping. He's just pushing him out of the way so he can drive through.
I was hanging out with Jesse Love and his hauler earlier today, and his crew chief Danny Stockman after qualifying, who was quite quiet in terms of Danny because wasn't too impressed with their qualifying effort around 15th, and Jesse didn't quite know what went wrong there. He was a little upset with himself as well, but he felt like at least when what they were looking at, they were pretty good on the long run. I think we've seen that where he's been able to make passes, though, and a car that can make passes here at Nashville usually means a fast race car. As we look at the 10 of Daniel Dye. Hello.
That's one way to make a pass.
Yeah.
We talk so much about this rookie class, and Dye is one that has been incredibly consistent versus some of the others, and it's showing again tonight, in position to get a stage point or 2 again as we head toward the end of our 2nd stint of the race. Blaine Perkins trying to stay on the lead lap as we finish stage 2. Allgaier playing nice right now. Even if he goes by, he'd get the free pass, right? Justin Allgaier going to get the stage sweep. 16th time in his career he's swept the stages. That's the most all time. But I will say this, only 3 other times has he gone on to win the race. However, 2022, he got the sweep here at Nashville, and he also took the checkered flag. Ready for the final stage. Front row, Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier. Here they are in the Echo Park Automotive restart zone. Spinner, there goes Brandon Jones, Ryan Ellis, Josh Williams, and Anthony Alfredo all around.
Christian Eckes destroyed front end. They cannot catch a break in that team. Unbelievable. See how this unfolded. A little checkup.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's just that stack up. You see the separation. So the 0-0 sort of hesitated as they got in the restart zone. That caused an accordion effect, and then Christian Eckes got in the back of Harrison Burton. You saw the 20 get spun out as he tried to check up for the car in front of him on the outside.
And as a leader, you have the ability to launch whenever you want to.
Right.
And we're getting later and later in the race. Guys are getting hungrier and hungrier at restarts. You don't know without looking at data or mile per hour or whatever, but the 00 didn't look like he launched or stopped. It just, you know, the field was anticipating him to go early, and that trickles back so far into the field, and it's crazy to think that you have that much damage going at such a slow speed, but there's a lot of race cars torn up from this one.
79 laps to go. Here are the leaders in the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone.
Well, we have a lot of big gaps this time on this restart, but another great jump by Sheldon Creed here, looking to take the lead off of turn 2.
Daniel Dye flashing out of line back there. 00 off the corner, sliding up, all clear. Creed leads, Allgaier second, Zilich there in third.
Sanchez got the wall there out at 2 just a little bit. No harm, no foul. And it looked like Connor Zilich definitely was giving a lot more room to the 00 on that restart. 3 wide here for a bit out of 4.
Wow.
Sammy wisely chooses to go behind the 54. And I liked how you said that about Sammy Smith. He's kind of been in a brawl all night. And these are the nights, if you can net a top 10 out of a night like tonight, sometimes those are the ones in the race where you said, I really earned my money today. I really
contact, no. And there goes Sawalich.
Lock it down. Lock it down.
Caution number 6.
All right, get it stopped, get it fired, try to get back rolling if you can.
They were racing for 11th, 12th, and 13th on track in that situation. So here we go. Brandon Jones had no tires. They do fuel only. That's why he was the first off. Zilich wins the race of those drivers that took tires. Zilich outside lane as we go through the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone.
Allgaier immediately tries to make it 3 wide, get rid of the car with no tires. Zilich on the top. It's going to be a good race off at 2 as
here's Allgaier inside. All clear, 7 back to the race lead.
Yeah, we're starting to beat him here. Really good. He's starting to struggle. Keep me in this one. Another 7 or 8 laps before we get to that traffic.
So I think that's great information with the lap traffic. I think that's going to be a huge part. If these guys are that evenly matched, they're talking the driver up, hey, he's starting to struggle, you're better than him. You know, that's the information you want to hear as a driver, right? But that lap traffic is going to start to throw some things at Justin where he's going to have to really lean on his veteran experience.
7 to go in the race. The advantage for Justin Allgaier, just over a second in front of teammate Connor Zilich, as 2 veterans fight for 5th in the running order.
And Ross is searching again. He got a huge amount of momentum down the backstretch off of running the high side there. He's going to try it again in 3 and 4. We didn't see this work from Jesse Love earlier. Does Eric get back beside him? No, it does work. He's been searching.
He's been the one pushing that group up all night. So if there's anyone that I have confidence in that knows where that grip is, it's got to be Ross. And
here's Allgaier, 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. We know he's good on concrete. He's been really good at this racetrack over the years. 10 starts coming in, half of them resulting in top 5 finishes. And another dominating performance here tonight. Sweeps the stages, leads over 100 laps. Justin Allgaier hits a high note. He takes it in Nashville, Tennessee.
He's baked the cake.
He matches Austin Hill, 3 victories this year. And you guys talk about the points day padding his advantage at the top of the regular season standings, which of course adds 15 playoff points at the end of the year if he can finish that off.
It's such a veteran win. It's what you expect out of Justin, but I feel like everything got thrown at this team, and they had solid stops on pit road. Justin executed every restart. I can't think of a single thing that they really did wrong tonight.
And that move on the restart to go below Brandon Jones, put it 3 wide onto the apron. He timed it perfectly, sent it down into turn 1, was able to clear the 88, and that to me was the moment he'll look at as how they got back control of this race and won it from that moment onward. The 88 was in a really good position, but once the 7 got back to that clean air, he didn't have a chance.